Whenua tātou, I runga ake rā tātou, ko David Cunliffe he ai ki a Ranginui Walker.
So as you know, the unions have a 20% vote in the primary, but what exactly does that mean for our 60,000 affiliated Maori union members? Reporter Te Hihi investigates.
Mai te kaumātua ki te kātua rehe. Ka kotahi te whakatau me pēwhia te anga whakamua ha te rōpū reipa.
I think this is really unique. It's a first time opportunity. Our members actually represent very low paid workers and that don't get a fair deal in their workplaces, and to have a say in this issue is really important to them.
Ko Mary o tūnoho te māngai Maori o te uniana o ngā ringa tōtā, a kua heke marika te tōtā i a rātau ki te rapu kōwai te tangata tika. Ko David Cunliffe, ko Grant Robertson, ko Shane Jones rānei.
All of our members are entitled to have a vote, and what we're doing is actually encouraging them to attend those leadership meetings and participate in the process.
Ko ngā hui e kōrero tia nei, he tau tohe I Wainganui I te toko toru hei whakawherawheratanga mā te hunga pōti, arā ko te uepu o reipa, ko ngā mema o te pāti, me ngā uniana. Ka mutu kei te kia ko tōna rima te kau mano tāngata ka whai wāhi ki te pōti.
There's already been a build-up of excitement and awareness that we're kind of coming up 12 months out to an election. And the main thing on the agenda there is about changing this government. That's certainly been prioritised and what's become a drawcard and an interest by our members.
Ko tōna whātekau pai heneti o ngā uniana he Māori no te moana nui a kiwa rānei.
I think all the evidence is out there about the growing gap between rich and poor, and for Māori that's just a bit worse.
Ko Shane Jones te kanohi Māori I tēnei whakataetai, engari kei te tautoko tia ia e te hunga Māori o ngā uniana?
I think if you were to ask our Māori members, obviously the answer would be yes, because it's important for us. We'd like to see ourselves reflected and resonated there in our leadership positions as well. But this race is about what's important right now. What we're looking for in the new Labour leader is somebody that's committed to looking at lifting wages, but articulating the struggles that our workers are confronted with and working with the union to address those.
Engari ko te mea whakahirahira ke, e whai mana ana te hunga kei raro ke e putu ana.
This is really in the moment, and this is a real opportunity for them to be part of the process of deciding the future leader of a party and their influence, I guess, because that invariably is going to impact on them and their whānau.
Well, joining me now are Kai Kōrero from the Labour caucus and membership. Each group, of course, has a 40% vote in the primary, so it's up to Māori, to Te Tai Tonga MP Rino Tirikatene, Labour Women's Council member Deborah Mahuta-Coyle, and Senior Party member Rudy Taylor. Kia ora koutou, thank you all for joining me this morning. Rino, we know that you're backing Shane Jones, also Rudy, but you're the only Māori MP backing him. Why is that?
Well, Shane is the most talented Māori MP that we have in the caucus. You know, he has so much talent, and I'm there to tautoko him. Although our colleagues are not in support of him, I'm definitely standing up for him. He has all the talents, and he's going to make a fine leader of the Labour Party.
Deborah, you're undecided.
I am.
And why is that?
I think in the end I want to base my judgment on the merit of all the candidates, and we haven't started the selection meetings around the country yet. I haven't been to one. So I want to wait. I want to hear from the candidates who's going to unite the caucus, who's going to unite the party, and who's going to win the election in 2014. So I'm going to hold off until I listen to their...
OK, Rudy, what's more important now? Is it the man or the mission? Are you backing Shane Jones, or are you backing the notion of a Māori Labour leader?
Well, first of all, I think that Shane's got the quality and the physique to actually go the distance in being a leader of the party. You know, people talk about the fact that he's Māori. Well, he's Dalmatian, he's Pāria, and he's got that Māori flavour. And he's the people that can bring in those 800,000 people that may be considering whether they want to support Labour, and Shane Jones is the man.
The truth is, though, that the Māori Labour caucus is divided, isn't it? Why is that? I mean, the Maori Labour Council is united, they've endorsed him, but the caucus has not.
Well, Māori is, the Labour Party is a big iwi, and we're made up of many different hapu. And the Māori hapu has definitely come out in support of Labour. My colleagues, though, they may be having differing views, and they may be more closely affiliated with the women's hapu of the party or the rainbow side of the party. But definitely when it comes to Māori, we support the kaupapa that we have one of our own, flying the flag for us, going for the top leader of the Labour Party, and can go on to be Prime Minister of New Zealand. Shane's got all the talent to do that, and we tautoko him 100%. I just want to pick up on Ranginui Walker as well, because, you know, Shane to me is the most talented Māori of his generation, and I respect Ranginui Walker, but I think his comments are from his generation. But, you know, Shane is the leader for Māori for today.
Okay, well, let's talk about this division a little bit more, though. I mean, the Māori seats are crucial for Labour in the next election. How can Labour expect to win back those Māori seats if it's divided? Oh,
well, with Shane as our leader, we can definitely win back all the Māori seats. But I think we just need to work as a team. And look, like I said, the Labour Party is made up of many hapu, and we have to work together. But I think we need to take the kōrero away from our internal hapu squabbles and look outside, look to that big iwi of 800,000 Kiwis who didn't vote. And those are the Kiwis that Shane Jones is talking to, and that's what the real issue is, how we're going to win the next election and victory next year. Okay. And that's why we need Shane as our leader. All
right, we should note that we did ask Nanaia Mahuta and Louisa Wall to be part of this interview, but they declined. But along with Moana Maki, they have declared their support for David Cunliffe, and we don't know about Meka Whaitiri just yet. But Deborah, the truth is Shane Jones has not won any fans among Labour's female MPs, has he?
Oh, look, you know, Shane said some things about women earlier this year, and it didn't go down well. And to be honest, they were a little bit offensive, and I wasn't in agreement with him either. But Shane has apologised to me, and I personally accept his apology. So he just
What did he apologise for?
He apologised for making offensive comments about women when we were talking about the women-only selections. And so he said he was sorry, and I know he said it through media outlets since then. So we just have to accept that and move on.
What is the feeling of women towards Shane Jones generally in the Labour Party, do you think?
I think some women are still a little bit angry at him. His comments were unnecessary, but in the end, when they make their decision, they'll take into account all of Shane's talents, not just the comments that he makes.
Okay, is he the right person, Rudy? Is he the right person? He may have the skills, he may have the expertise, but is he humble enough? Does he have the humility? Does he have the passion and work ethic?
Well, let's put it this way. It's a historical occasion for the Labour Party. Everyone gets a vote. And so he's got to convince the caucus, he's got to convince the members of the party, and he's got to convince the affiliates. And I think this 3 weeks we'll start to look at where people are going to be thinking about. He has the skills, no doubt about that. He was one of those lucky and fortunate ones up home in the north to look at Mitasasi, to look at Sir Graham Latimer, and also to look at Māori Marsden. Those were leaders in their own right, and Shane has got a bit of that leadership role that he knows.
Okay, so he's got some leadership qualities, but he's also got a reputation for being a bit arrogant, doesn't he?
Well, you know, if you look at opinion polls, that everyone as MPs, they say they've got a bit of arrogance. But this is the first time a Māori has stepped up to the polls. And Shane's prepared to capture that. And he's working hard to try and get on side with a lot of people that may think that, holy, I didn't know Shane had that quality. Okay. So he's got that strength.
We want to move on to Cunliffe and Robertson now. In a Te Karere Digi poll earlier this year, 63% said they didn't know who David Shearer was. What will Cunliffe and Robertson need to do to get that Māori vote?
They need to get out to the grassroots. I mean, it's simple. You've got to go out to your communities, you've got to go to marae, kohanga, kura, and you've got to talk and meet with people. You know, profile doesn't happen overnight. It happens when you work hard and you hit the ground running. And I think both Cunliffe and Robertson are capable of that. I'd also hope that they would take the advice of course, Rino and Rudy and Nanaia and also Shane Jones, so that they get the right connections and networks going.
Deborah, what's going to be the key for you? What's going to swing your vote? If there's one thing.
One thing, I really want a leader of the party that is going to unite everyone, to be honest, and win in 2014. Because the best outcome from this whole process is that we deliver a Labour government in 2014 for Māori, because we know that as a party, we are the only ones that will deliver real change to whānau on the ground, and that's what matters to me the most.
Rino, Deborah, Rudy, we have to leave it there. Thank you all for joining us this morning.